But GLOFOD in full is Global Forum for Development, which is a grassroots community and youth development, advocacy, and transformational leadership organization. It's not for profit. It was founded in 2009, and it got registered as a CBO with the Lira District Local Government on 7th April 2021. Meanwhile, in 2015, it got a national status, a national CBO status, when it got registered with the Uganda NGO Bureau. GLOFOD currently is working with the children, youth, women, and the most vulnerable communities. It is actually working in Lira, Oyam, Kole, and part of Pania. Our vision is a community where young people have the opportunities to realize their full potential. This vision, actually, we coined it some few weeks ago. For those who have been interacting with us, you will realize there's a change in GLOFOD's vision. This one is more shorter than what it used to be. Then the mission is improving the quality of life and value-based leadership skills for young people in Africa by developing their talents, passions, and leadership as they engage in defining and leading their own development through transformative advocacy, entrepreneurship, context-based learning, and skills transfer, partnership and collaboration with communities, government, and their stakeholders. For those who have been engaging GLOFOD, our work is to work with the youth to advocate for their rights, but using non-confrontational methods. We don't incite youth to come to you and fight, but at least to sit down in a dialogue to ask for what belongs to them. Safe and inclusive cities is just one of the projects that are being implemented by GLOFOD Uganda. As you can see, we have different banners here. Unfortunately, even we don't have for this project yet, but we are working on it so that we have our pull-up banner ready. But we are part of GLOFOD. We can use any from GLOFOD for now. So we have other programs like JAS. We have the youth YLEAD. Then we have one called SIOP, which are all in operational currently. Back to safe and inclusive cities. It is a 4 years project that was supposed to start by January this year. Unfortunately, we started late. We started in July. It is being funded by Plan International Uganda. The leading partner is Plan International Uganda. That's where GLOFOD is getting money from. It's being implemented in a consortium of 4 organizations. We have GLOFOD for Lira City. We have Kiyita Family Alliance for Development, KIFAD, and Up Together for Kampala. Then we have Plan International as the overall budget holder for this project in Uganda. And Plan International Uganda is getting money from Plan Denmark, which is getting money again from Danida. Okay, so it's a long chain. But we thank God that the long chain is eventually trickling down to Lira City. The project is in only 2 cities. That is Lira City and Kampala City. For Kampala, they are implementing in Kawempe Division and Nakawa. Meanwhile, for Lira City, we have it in Lira City East, with the Baza and Baronger ward being the 2 wards we are working in. Meanwhile, in Lira City West, we have Junior Quarters and Teso ward as 1 ward. Then we have Kakoge and Barogole ward. So in Lira City, we are working in all the 2 divisions, that is City West and City East. Under this project, we are looking at 4 different outcomes. And the first one, we are looking at influence, and we are influencing how? Through strengthening young people's capacity to influence effectively governance, coordination, and decision making. So we have series of activities under this outcome, and as time goes on, we shall keep on sharing through maybe our stakeholders meeting. And I'm glad that all this age of 14 to 30, and they must be youth living in streets, youth in commercial sex work, youth abusing drugs, the youth refugees, youth organizations and youth-led organizations, then CSOs working with young people, and also those who are critical in youth empowerment.
Plan International is now 80 years and 30 years in Uganda this year. Plan International is an independent development and humanitarian organization that advances children's rights and equality for girls. I believe all of us at least, we are somewhere. So we believe in the power and the potential of every child, but this is often suppressed by poverty, violence, exclusion, and discrimination. And it is girls who are most affected. Let me give an example. I gave this example last week, let me give it again. One, we've all suffered from war. The war that was here in northern Uganda. They didn't suffer much because of that river. So, but I still believe we all suffered equally. It's the girl child that will start looking for the firewood to cook. We've all come, we are tired. We've run. We are all thanking God we are safe. And it's the girl child, or it's the mother. A mother is also a girl child somewhere with the sexual reproductive health and rights. Usually, what happens? Two of us, a girl and a boy, we are all in the same class maybe, and then the boy gets me pregnant, a girl child. What will happen to me? It is me who will have the morning sicknesses. It is me who will drop out of school eventually. It is me as a girl child who might not continue with the studies. But the boy child will continue to do what? To go to school, or is not very affected, or is not having the morning sicknesses, and all that goes into that direction. Or if unfortunately the boy child even denies the pregnancy, I will still carry it. We get it. And I will still have to let this child go through the processes, growing up and all that. It will be all affecting me as the girl child. That is why Plan looks at it as the girl child is mostly affected in case of anything. The violence, the girl child will be affected. Maybe the boy, even if Umbedika the Sgbv, which is part of this project, trying to make sure that Sgbv is managed. In case there is a fight, and maybe the mother runs away and leaves, the girl child will automatically assume the responsibility of the mother in that house. Cooking, washing, maybe not going to school or going late. If the mother also left the young child at home, that child automatically becomes the elder daughter's what? Child. The boy will go and play football, come back later, when you're there. Even the father, the same thing. There, we get it. So, it is the girl child who is usually affected.